So, welcome back, everybody. Last week we had an interesting session where you guys managed to make a little bit of trouble in the bank after collecting some of your funds, and had a really hefty but I feel quite productive debate about your plans for the necromancer, and if you were to take him on or not, depending on the magical items set before you. Um, so from there, you've just agreed your points that you decided to go back to Argh with before you actually agreed to take on this dangerous mission, and about to let them back in so you can discuss further. So, you do so. Argh, Yazis, and Lun, all three, all come back in. Argh with the staff. So, what has been decided?
So, we kind of agreed to, but there's some points that we need some clarification on first.
Okay.
First one, do you know the exact location of this necromancer on Kellenvor's island?
Yep. Kellenvor's Island.
Yeah.
We have an approximate location. We believe that he is located on the Kellenvor, the chapel of Kellenvor on the island.
Makes sense.
Mm.
Secondly, which is probably more of a question for Yazis, do you know of any weakness that we can exploit, whether that be the fact that he's a necromancer, or him personally, that we can exploit to better our chances?
She looks a little bit uncomfortable at that, but says yes. I suppose I may know a few things or two about him.
Any that you're willing to share?
Well, I can tell you if you wish right now, or I can tell you after you agree.
Right now would be good.
Very well. John is an idealist. He very much sees the world in black and white, and
Nadia is 100% looking at Krusk at this point.
he on multiple occasions has voices frustration to myself about the the passiveness of us wizards, and that he feels that we should be doing more to show our dominance in the world.
Mm.
He certainly has a thirst for power, and unfortunately, throughout my teachings of him, he never understood that the true power is in the study of magic, not necessarily in the wielding of it.
Okay. Cool. Then the third thing, we have a plan for dealing with the priest that we're after. The head priest. He's the head priest, right?
Mm-hmm.
The head priest that we're after. It involves the aid of your head of conjuration.
Okay.
So, it is our understanding that the head of conjuration is meeting with this head priest to teleport him to the capital.
Yes, that is the arrangement.
We would like it if the head of conjuration instead redirected his teleportation to a place of our choosing so we can place an ambush.
So far, I haven't questioned why you want what you want to do with the priest, with Matthias, after you've met up with him. But if you're really do want to use one of my personnel to do this, I must ask now, what are your intentions?
To stop him from taking the ascendancy.
By doing what exactly?
Having a chat.
Yeah, you know, find out.
I
his-
also personally have a few questions for him.
Yeah, you know, just finding out what his intentions are, his involvement with the death cult, how to, you know, things like that.
I see.
Krusk, I think this is your field. This is yeah.
So Chris is going to sort of shift a bit and say, as my fellows say, as once we apprehend him, we have many questions for him about the cult and their purpose, whether they're aware of the fact that they're being tricked by Cyric, or if they truly believe they're following Tyr. And what happens after that is very much dependent on him. He will be brought to the justice of Tyr.
By how? By killing him?
Only
From
if,
the-
only if
Whoa,
in
whoa,
self,
whoa.
only in
No
self,
one say kill him.
only in self-defense.
Hopefully that will not be necessary.
Might be some bruises, but you know, no killing.
If you are to use my conjurer as a accomplice in this, you must promise me you will not kill him.
Where could we hold him? Because my concern is that last time we tried to apprehend him, it didn't go so well.
I'm also not willing to promise not to kill a man who may be trying to kill me.
Agreed.
Yeah, well, if the conjurer kills him.
How do you feel about self-defense?
You are 5 of you. That's not easy. That is surely easy enough to apprehend one priest.
We can take him alive, but then my concern is, what happens after? Do you have somewhere we can hold him, or what would you expect us to do with him?
He must be alive, otherwise it is just your word against a dead man, and the cult can just go underground.
Okay.
So what would you have us
We-
do?
we
Bring him
need-
here?
Well, I'm reluctant to have my conjurer teleport him here.
Is there another
Because-
town we could take him to, who would be maybe like some kind of prison town, or just like a town of a god who would hold people for some reason?
See, this is the difficulty, is that he is a high priest, soon to be capital priest of his god. That brings its own luxuries and smooth a lot of things over in travel.
What if we could get them to confess?
Yes, there is definitely a start, but we need
Why? I have a question.
yes.
You said you would go and talk to the other high priest, capital priests, to tell them the things that we have told you.
Yes. And I have.
And
Yeah.
you are going to go to the capital to do this, right?
Well, I can speak
Almost-
to my capital priest quite freely from here. I've been able to, over the last evening, I've been able to apprise him of some things that are going on. He is as we all know, is a very delicate situation. To go out all guns blazing is only just to show our position and probably be all for naught.
Would it? not be best for us to allow the current High Priest to be teleported to the capital, where he will be met by the other capital priests who now know what he is about
They
and
don't,
can question him themselves?
But I need to know.
it's his word against us, though. Two criminals, an assassin, Thoradin, and you know, and yourself.
Me?
You know, what sway do we have in persuasion than a further high priest? As Argh
Argh
said, he's
believes
got.
us.
I've seen your proof, which has certainly helped us all.
Argh believes us. We could also go to the capital.
It's too risky. I don't think we should allow him to reach the capital.
Because then we have to persuade all the capital priests.
I really don't want to risk losing him to a chance at a conversation.
Yeah.
I have many questions.
I mean, the other option, I guess, is for us to teleport straight to the capital and provide our proof before he turns up.
No, this is too risky because with our current plan, even if they don't believe us or it doesn't work out, at least we've stopped him from taking power. Whereas
Yes,
if we
but
leave it to chance, then
As
it
has
could
just been
get
pointed
horrible.
out, he is soon to be a capital priest. People will come looking for him.
High value target.
I'm not having all of his people down on my head. Because one priest, maybe we can do something about. The whole stack of fucking fanatics, less so.
His power is certainly in Tirtal. That is where the most of his priests and his people will be. That is most definitely true.
How many times can you conjure a teleport?
Can I?
Your conjurer.
Perhaps 2, maybe 3 times at a push a day.
What if
Go on.
we keep to our plan of first he gets teleported to us, I talk to him as a cult member would, maybe try to peel some more detail out and possibly more evidence, and then we let the conjurer carry on, and perhaps do it that way.
So he would only he would only teleport to you only. Because
And I
if
would-
the rest of us are there, then obviously that's not going to work.
Exactly, but I can at least communicate to him like any other cult member would, and he could possibly agree to leaning out information, and either way, either he knows that I am not a follower as I was before, and we find out that I no longer have access to what I had access to before, or he tells me everything, and we have a long conversation where I try to wean out whether or not he knows that Cyric is who he truly follows.
If I have another idea,
With the
If-
Conjurer's witness.
if we defeat this necromancer on Kelemvor's island, is anyone going to be on the island?
Like who?
So, if we beat him, could we have the conjurer teleport him to us on Kelemvor's island? That way, we can keep him there. He's far away from his source of power, and we'll already be there, so we don't even have to move.
Well, the reason why my conjurer is currently travelling to Tear Town,
He's never been to Kelevmore's island, has he?
I'm afraid not.
I forgot they've got to fuck.
I can certainly ask him to teleport to Kellenbor's Island. It's certainly within the realms of possibility of teleporting to Kellenbor's Island, but teleportation is risky.
Doesn't teleportation allow you
Well,
to teleport to a known object? Therefore, if we had a piece of his, I don't know, possessions that he held more dear, we can tell him to teleport to that object.
Or we could take him to the island if he teleports him here, and we just have to transport him there. I'm just thinking of like a discrete location that it's unlikely people will come looking for him, and we can kind of hold it there.
I certainly like your thinking.
Who's
I love you all equally.
Exactly.
Yes, Kellenbor's Island is certainly an area that is certainly discreet and something that we wouldn't have direct tying to this city, because after all, I don't want to put my man at risk for teleporting him and being subject to tribunal.
I will take full responsibility if we're discovered.
Yes, Krusk will take full responsibility.
Yes.
Very well. I'm sure that they will love that. And yes, to my knowledge, an object of sorts of his can be useful in as a source of magic for him to teleport to. Very well. If you are able to defeat the Necromancer and clear out the island with assistance of me and my mages as well as yourselves, and I'll ask my conjurer to teleport to Kellenbor's Island.
Nice.
Brilliant. Thank you, wizard.
Is that all of us in agreement that we shall do this task?
Yeah. I mean, you so you're going to be there. That's how we
Yes.
get sort of out of character then. So we don't need to tell him that we've killed him because he'll be in the area, basically. I'm worried about like us having to go back to Azuth to tell him that we've killed him, and then going all the way back to.
I seem to give us like some kind of communication-y.
I don't know.
Or be
I don't know if unless he implied that already. I just didn't want to.
Oh, I don't know. I just assumed.
He's going to be leading part. He's leading. Bleh.
He's
gonna be
leading the distractions.
The major distraction.
Okay.
Cool. So
Why
he'll know.
you
Yeah.
guys can...
So we don't have to worry about that. Cool. All right.
One in character now. One more thing. I would like it if you were able to incapacitate the Necromancer.
My thinking exactly.
I believe we were promised
Why?
a restraint that would keep him harmless.
Yes, I questioned about this before.
We've got the
these
cufflinks.
magical
We
shackles.
certainly have
Got
tools that we can use to incapacitate him.
Of course, we would love to incapacitate him, but on the off chance that he's just a little bit too powerful and one of us gets a little bit ramped up too much, is that going to be a problem?
I must ask you to show as much restraint as you can. It is a show of goodwill, shall we say, that you are able to not kill the High Priest when he turns up as well.
Fuck.
It heartens me to hear you say this about the Necromancer. I always wanted to arrest him.
God damn it.
You're asking a lot of us here.
I
Oh,
certainly understand that if it can't be done, it can't be done. But I shall ask you to do so as much as to hold as much restraint as possible.
We will try
Nadia will nod.
We will do so.
our absolute best.
Yep.
Totally absolute best.
The Necromancer will live.
Well, he's rolling insight on you.
Has Turi got her fingers crossed behind her back?
Not on me, I assume.
You don't know
or do I
there's a
come
mirror, there's
across
a
as-
mirror
Oh,
behind you.
Only Turygurtha.
Okay.
He knows how important this lies of Sirik has been, and so he doesn't necessarily.
I've rolled mine.
What'd you get in your deception roll?
11.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's not very good.
Turygurtha. You have told me much over this High Priest.
Look, okay. Look, we'll try to incapacitate. I'm just, assassin. I'm not used to incapacitate, but I'll try, okay? I'll try.
We'll allocate Thoradin to keep an eye on her. I'm sure he won't mind.
I mean, she's got a mean left swing, so
Yeah.
yeah, you know.
I
Already
do.
got his
It's
ass
true.
kicked earlier.
Necromancer's pretty weak, so
If it comes to it, I'll do my best to heal him to keep him alive.
I apologize if I hit too hard. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I can. That is also true. I can use my healing methods to keep them alive and incapacitated if
come on.
necessary.
Yeah, I'll do everything in my to make sure he doesn't die. But
Daddy was
Oh,
got
come on.
rising
You gotta heal him.
You've been cheating.
I'm going to save my laying hands for this moment.
It's important. It's important that we get the High Priest teleported to us. That is the most important thing.
That is true.
There's no
I
point
think-
doing anything to jeopardize that task.
Okay, when it comes to the necromancer, I promise to only use my fists.
Good.
I mean, I've met your fists.
yeah,
Okay.
in left swing.
So, Len, do you have those restraints? Ah, yes. They're on. They're in my sleeves. Pulls out 2 sets of restraints.
Are they like shackle type things?
Yes. So he pulls them out. They look like pretty much like handcuffs these days, but these handcuffs are designed to work against the wizard. They should be able to grow and shrink to the size of the arms or the hands of the being in question, much to the usefulness of the variety of our species. And once both clasps are clasped together, they shall create a anti-magic bubble on the person, rendering them unable to cast magic.
My vote is either that Krusk would be the ones to carry those, because
I would like one.
Yeah. Do you have any spares? I wouldn't
Look,
mind
I
one.
am
have
the
to.
fastest.
it makes the most
Yes.
sense for someone
Only
like
two.
Thoradin and Nadia, who are very strong, to restrain the necromancer.
Yeah.
So
I'll
Krusk
just do that.
Krusk can go in and put the restraints on. If there's 2 sets, I guess Turi can have one as well, just in case as a backup. We only need
Come
one
on.
set.
There are 2.
We only need one set for them to be attached. So in the event that Krusk is unable, then Turi can zip her way in from the shadows.
Look, I'm pretty fast. It'll be okay.
Krusk will kind of take his like like someone takes a sword, like kind of
Oh my god.
like the hands out like that. He'll take it and sort of bow his head and say
Jerry's
Yeah.
literally just gonna swipe one.
the disrespect.
I could
Krusk will
already
look a bit
see where
shocked
that's
that you're
gonna- I can
Look,
already
man
see-
handling it.
restraints.
I can
Her
already
restraints.
I can already see where these restraints are going to be used on like Talari to stop him healing this dude.
I can see Talari being worried that they're going to end up
Yeah.
on the hull.
She's not. Yeah, she's not. Yeah, she's not too thrilled about it.
Don't worry, I'll try and save my lay on hands as well.
I will like those back once you are done with them, please.
Oh, of course. Well, the necromancer will be attached to them, so
To be honest, if the one we don't use on the necromancer might prove useful against the high priest.
You make a very good
Which is-
point, actually.
Well, depending on how everything how everything times out, we may be lucky, we may not be.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, if we are in agreement, then you have some magic items to pick.
Yes.
Woo.
Oh well, I know I've been thinking about my decision, and I know I will be going for the gloves of Mistress Will.
Singular glove.
It's the glove of Mistress
Only
Will.
one glove.
Only the one
It's
glove.
cool
Fine.
and interesting, but only wearing one glove, Sonny.
It's gonna. That's gonna be weird. All right.
do a moonwalk.
No, it could be like your
Yeah.
dueling glove, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you gotta do a moonwalk.
Is it
I
the right
expect
hand or is it
moonwalks.
the left hand? What side hand?
Left hand,
Is it left hand?
Right hand, sure.
please.
Oh.
It fits either hand.
So weird.
Sounds a bit weird.
She'll put it.
The
she'll put it on the left
the
hand.
orb will move to the back of the correct hand.
That's creepy, but all right. She'll put it on her left hand. Not that
It's
it makes
a
a difference.
magical item, of course it's creepy.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. All right. That's mine.
And there's Talari's.
With your permission, wizard, I would like to take the shield of protection.
Very well.
Again, Krusk will take it very sort of reverently and affix it, and say, "Thank you for this gift, wizard. I will treasure it."
Just don't chuck this one away, Krusk.
No. This is a great gift. I'll put it to the best use. That gives me 21 AC. Very cool.
That's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, I can get to 23 if I cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Damn.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyone else want to pick an item?
Nadia's gonna look at everybody else.
I'm gonna go for the Warhammer, of course. Looks good for smashing skulls.
Going for Storm.
Should do well. Stormbreaker. I call it Mjolnir.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I just want the very small wraps. Could I by any chance get 2 things? I mean, really? Like, come on. I have a light
Really?
sensitivity and that hood just looks so good.
Krusk is going to look like completely scandalised that Tori would ask such a thing.
If she gets 2, I'll get 2.
You pick
Shut
an
up,
item.
Thoradin.
And only one item, I'm afraid.
Well, as I'm so locked down to my fists, I'll take the wraps. Just gonna pick him up and start pitting him on.
Tempest gloves. Okay. Nadia.
The other mace, I think.
Very well.
Well, if I'm going to fight undead, I must well do it properly.
It's a good choice. Very well. Before we conclude, I believe, Lun, you have Nadia requested some assistance with some magical item of hers. If you're able to help her with that, as you wish, Argh.
So it's in the. Are we still in the? We're still in the morning, right?
Yeah.
So I go. Well, when's this? When is our boat due to leave? When does this whole thing begin?
I would prefer to depart immediately, if possible.
I agree.
Well, the boat journey is take about 3, potentially 4 hours, and our best chance to not being seen is over a cover at night.
Agreed.
So, I recommend you rest up for the time being, either in the library or elsewhere in the city, and I shall have a I'll have Aha come and get you. He seems to be a friend of yours.
Great friend.
We could at least use this time to get provisions, I suppose. Some healing potions might be useful.
Yeah.
Very.
Yep, for us, not a necromancer.
Obviously.
We're probably going to need them a lot more than he does. He's got an army.
Maybe anything else that's, I don't know, particularly useful against the undead.
Can I boost my armor class anymore? I'm quite obsessed with it now.
Could I, my house?
I've trained that at the moment.
Alright, I guess then I'm going to head to the market.
I can't anyway. Plate is 1,500 gold. So it's quite
You
expensive.
haven't got that much money.
No, sadly
Definitely
not.
don't have that much money.
Yeah, that's pretty much the next and final boost of armor.
Hog. I have this ring, but is meant to help me get a little bit faster, but it seems to lose its strength after using it. Is there anyone who could look at this and maybe get it to start working properly? Like,
May I have a look?
takes the ring of speed off from the oddity shop, place it in his hand.
Holds up in his hand and just tries to praise us. Ah, yes. Where did you get this? A oddity shop, maybe?
Well, it was gifted to me by a dear friend who's no longer with us.
Okay. If your friend was fairly cheap.
That he was.
Yes.
These magical trinkets are mainly for show, really, made by magicians who are lazy in their craftsmanship and give up halfway through their construction.
All right.
I'm afraid once it's been stopped, we can't do any more to it. I'm afraid.
Oh,
Everything all the magic there is to be imbued into an item must be done at that moment in time. Generally speaking, unless you're willing to risk your own life or their own life because of the instability of the magic inside.
you see her visibly slump. Oh, okay. How much would the proper replacement be?
Well, there's supposed to be a ring of the many rings that do many things.
It's meant to make me faster.
Ah, well, a decent ring that will make you faster. Will set you back at least. Hands you back the ring. Send you back at least in 200 to 500 gold range.
200 to 5. Hey, Thoradin, how much did we just get from that last town?
A sizable amount. Wait. I thought this was my share.
No, this is our share. You said you'd pay for everything.
Oh,
To the shops!
come on. Oh, come on. Or can we at least share the ring? Can we at least share the ring? You know,
Look,
you use it for a few days, I use it for a few days.
Okay, if we find that one person that gets better benefit from using the ring and then the others, then they can have the ring for sure. Okay?
I think, Thoradin,
What?
that you've been had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little.
Completely.
And Nadia
Pretty much.
was grinning at you.
That's the whole share gone.
Dear me.
Look, if I'm faster, then that's going to be very more beneficial for you. It'll be great, you know.
Yeah, it could be great if you got more agility.
Right.
Very well. Is there anything else that you wish us to do today before dinner?
No, I think that's everything I've had.
Just a very quick question. That hood with the blackness, like, how much would that be, out of curiosity?
But that hood will set you back a good 2,000 gold.
Holy shit! What about these gloves?
That is why you only get one.
Each of those items are at least 2,000 gold.
Holy shit!
Wow. That's a lot of gold.
Right. And she's gonna grab Thoradin by, I don't know, like one of the straps holding up one of his many javelins and start saying, right, this is shops, I need a new ring.
Oh, god damn it.
I'll follow them out.
I'll clasp hands with each of the people in the room and just say thank you for your help. I understand that you're putting a lot on the line for us, and thank you for believing us.
Oh,
We thank you as well.
I'll probably give Yazis another sort of nod. before I
We
go.
thank you as well. Well, we certainly understand the risk you are being put under.
Mm. We will not let you down. We will bring both the necromancer and the priest to justice.
Very well.
Okay.
Nadia is going to stay, giving what's his name, Lun?
Learn. Yeah. Yep.
Giving Lun the hopeful look.
Yep. So Argh and Yazis will both leave as well, leaving you and Lun alone in the room. Argh will take the rest of the magical items with him
Mhm.
and leave.
Also, the image of him picking them up, like, you know, you're carrying too much stuff.
Yeah.
Like, all
Um,
piled in one arm and it's like trying not to drop them is quite funny.
Someone should offer to help him.
Well, you pick it all up.
Look it up.
He picks it
Yeah.
all up and then teleports away.
I was gonna say yeah.
Oh, damn, yeah.
It's one way not to get your pocket picked.
Damn it.
Precisely. Lun sits down on a very comfortable chair and gestures to you to sit down next to him.
You
So, Nadia, is it? I believe. I'd
Nod,
say.
nod.
What is it I can do for you?
I have an item, and she's going to fish it out from the cord it is on around her neck, that allows me to speak with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
But it's quite limited. I can only send 25 words. I want to be able to speak better.
Okay.
Have an actual conversation. Would you be able to do that for me?
There's a few things that we can do. When you mean conversation, do you mean more than one back and forth, or do you want multiple? What is a conversation to you?
It would just be nice to talk to him without having to worry about how many words I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only say one thing a day, and so anything better would be nice.
Okay.
But being able to talk freely would be best.
I certainly understand that. There's a few things I have for you. There are items similar to this, which is, I believe, to be just a simple stone of standing, I believe, from first glance. But these work in pairs.
I would have to
So-
send him the other.
Yes, that is the cheapest way that I have found, is that to have two stones that are tied to each other and then speaking through the stones is generally the cheapest.
And we
most
would be able to speak
efficient
freely?
way. Depends on depends on the spell, indeed, but there are certainly ways to speak more freely than before. So maybe not limited by 25 words, but still potentially limited by once a day. Or you could even have still limited by 25 words, but multiple times a day.
She is nodding to show that she is following what he is saying.
Of course, both people will need the item at either end to converse. There are also items that allow us to send our thoughts out across to the ether, aiming at a specific individual. And from there, we can speak to practically anybody. Or even if you are the most invasive of some of these spells, can tie you completely together, as if by a telepathic bond, able to span the whole realm as long as you're on this plane.
The look on her face tells you she thinks that might be nice.
I'll have you be warned that is the most invasive of the options. A simple thought from you can lead to them, and then back to you, perhaps at any time at all. It is not necessarily as flexible or as controllable as such other items can be.
And a more difficult spell, right?
Yes, but still possible. It's all plausible within our discussion.
I wouldn't do that without asking him anyway.
That's understandable. So, what would you have? What would you like to have? Or would you like some more time to think on it?
OC, Matt.
Hello.
Just so I have it clear, the options are he could make it so I could send an unlimited amount of stuff, but only once a day still.
Yes.
That I could send a large number of messages, but they would only be 25 words.
Mm-hmm.
There was then a third one, which is the one I'm not clear on.
So, there's a spell called
And then
Rare's
there's-
Telepathic Bond.
Right.
That effectively is what the kind of the third and fourth options are, really.
Right. What is the difference between the third and fourth options, though?
The main thing with the third is that it's other people, but there's a chance that it could fail. So say you send out the message to somebody, but it has a risk of not reaching them.
Right. The one that sounds like is and then the fourth one is just a complete telepathic bond, which is not something you do to somebody, even if they are your twin, without asking them first.
Certainly.
Could you make it, she's going to say, so I can send many more messages? If needs be, I can always send one after another, after another, after another, until I've said what I want to say.
Yeah, that's certainly possible. I have... Yeah, and he ruffles around his many pockets. Produces what looks like a yin and yang stone. This is most likely what you seek. It is very similar to your stone ascending, but it has 10 uses a day, if you so wish.
She will nod and say, that is better.
You will need to have, or they will need to have, the other stone to communicate with. So you're aware. They come apart very simply like this and come back together for easy holding together while together.
I'm assuming there's some form of postal service, Matt. Or at least some... Or
There is
a way of sending a parcel.
Yes. Why not?
It seems fairly reasonable that things would be taken
Within
between
reason.
the towns.
Yeah, it's been the reason.
Send the pigeons.
The simplest method to me seems similar to the bank method. So it goes via the banks because they're generally all connected by hubs.
Would make sense. They all bank/post office. Sounds good to me.
So yeah, you'll need to have the other half for you to communicate. But apart from that, I wish you good luck.
Thank you very much. And she is going to smile. She, at this point, probably looks far younger and more vulnerable than she has during the campaign so far.
Mm-hmm.
And none of us are there to see it.
No, she's being actually human, and you guys are all buggered off to go shopping.
I wish you good day, and Lern will leave.
Nadia is going to do like a little happy dance and then go and see about sending one half of the thing to Tear Town, which is where she knows Nathaniel's going to be next.
Mm-hmm. Very well. So, with that, we'll head to Turygurtha and Thoradin, who have seemed to gone shopping. Talari and Krusk, you would also all leave the library at the same time. Would you want to go with them, or would you want to do your own thing somewhere else?
I plan on going to the market to buy things like potions and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was just gonna go get some potions, so I'll go with Talari.
You two go to the market. I'll put you to this one, but it could be either one up or down. These two are together. Nadia's still currently in the church. So Thoradin and Turygurtha, off to where would you like to go?
She's leading the way.
I was going to say, I would assume, or Turi would assume, that the best place to get a magic ring would be Smith's Alley.
Yeah.
So she will drag Thoradin there.
So you walk down Smith's Alley, you go past Asifa's shop you saw before. There's a few other shops, Smiths that you could go and see and ask about.
Is there anything that's like particularly, not necessarily, like, is there any shop that looks like it's not weapon based, more
Jewelry based, yeah.
more item based, so to speak?
Well, in Smith's Alley, it's all pretty much anvils and heated forges, generally out front in their workshops. Then more to the outskirts of Smith's Alley, you get to see more tinkerers than smiths. More deal with smaller items.
Okay, maybe go towards one of the tinkerer shops.
So you come across a gnome shop.
So she's gonna get to the door, about to like burst in, and then she thinks, "Oh wait, okay, everybody has to knock here," and knocks on the door.
Learning.
Come in.
Over to the door, still holding Thoradin with the other arm.
He is going willingly at this point. You've dragged him so far.
She's still gonna hold on. She's gonna be like, I'm just definitely not letting him get away.
So you walk in and you see a female gnome working on a small workbench very furiously on a very relatively small item.
She like really focused in on it.
Mm-hmm.
Fury is gonna get as close as possible behind her, looking at the thing, and be like, "What are you working on?"
Out of her
That's
skin,
mean.
and the item will fling off into the back room.
Can I try, like, quick catch it?
No, it's gone.
Worth a shot. Worth a shot.
And she's like, oh, I'll never see that again.
What were you working on? It looks really tiny.
I don't remember anymore. I'm gonna miss that thing.
But you don't remember it, so what's the problem?
I'm still gonna miss it. God. What do you want anyway? Like, seriously.
Sorry. I have this ring that's meant to make me faster, but it loses its juice. And Argh, the High Priest, told me that apparently some people don't put full magic into their rings, which is just bad news. So I have
That's
come here looking for a new ring that will help me be faster.
How much faster do you want to be?
How fast can you make me?
How much are you willing to spend?
what's the budget for them?
50 gold.
Oh, she's gonna elbow him. It's definitely more
Okay.
than that.
Damn, what was his share? What were we given as our share
It was like,
from the bank?
It was 210 gold pieces, 2 silver pieces, and 2 copper pieces.
Okay, so I'll say 200 gold. That's her budget.
And do you want this to be permanent or only soften?
I mean, I'd like to. I mean, are you suggesting that I would use the ring and then get like a burst of speed? Or the other one would be just constant fastness?
Yes. It permanent costs more, so you probably don't get as fast. Whereas bursts, you probably get further, but obviously isn't forever.
Okay, I think bursts make sense.
Definitely.
Okay. 200 gold. You said it was right. Okay.
I
I
can
can
add
do
at
it
least-
cheaper.
No, don't worry about the expense. He's got it.
Okay. 200 gold. Give me 2 minutes, and I'll see what I can rummage up.
I can
in
add
my
an extra 40 gold if you need it.
Whoa.
Well, we'll see what I can find. And she goes to rummage around in a few drawers. And you look around her store. You see many different types of things. So you see rings, necklaces, circlets, like almost like male crowns for male heads, some more feminine style, like artsy heads. So you see some hoods with some really fine artistry on them. Pretty much a whole smorgasbord of different types of things that someone could tinker with. You also see some parts for a warforged, you can imagine, that maybe she either helped fix one or she's trying to stand more behind one. Who knows? After about 5 minutes, she comes back. I've got 3 rings
Right.
for you to pick from. So this one, it's a plain gold. She doesn't care. This one is it's a plain gold ring. Looks very mundane. This ring costs about 150 gold, so under your budget. You get about, I think it was 5 charges a day. I think it was enchanted to, and you get about OC an extra about 5 feet.
Okay, let's look at the other ones.
This one has a little emerald on the front.
Very pretty.
Still, and a silver band of this one. This one comes in at your 200 gold. This one has 3 bursts, and you can get about 20 feet extra movement for them.
That is more interesting.
And lastly, this is my favorite. This
Don't
bad
say
boy.
that.
This bad boy is 300 gold.
Whoa.
But you get it's only 2 uses, right?
Okay.
But for an hour, right? You can, what's the word? You get haste.
All of them?
But I'll warn you.
No.
There's a weird side effect with this ring.
Oh, what can be so bad?
Wait, what?
I mean, how bad could it be?
You sure? I mean,
Just tell me what it is. It cannot be that bad.
so after using it, you kind of get overcome with exhaustion.
How much?
300.
11.
Okay. 300 gold. How about?
Do you want to know what the
No.
effects of haste are?
Yeah.
Oh, we
I know what the effects
Okay.
of haste are.
Right, that's fine.
What are they? I don't know.
Double speed, +2 to AC, advantage on
Be
deck
right back.
saves, and you get an extra action per turn.
Wow.
Which is nuts.
Insane.
Oh, Terry could be super evil right now.
No way. He's spending that gold, man.
Well, okay. What would you say to a trade on top of the 200 gold for the 300 gold ring?
A trade.
Yes. So to make up the value of the 300 gold, we will give you 200 and then a couple of special items.
Special items.
Yeah. So you can keep that ring of small speed, and
I mean,
No.
this ring ain't worth my time at all. So
okay, that's fine. I also have this
You're not.
This other ring of luck.
Yeah, it's definitely luck.
may I see?
Well, I mean,
Well, look,
oh,
she can have a try. She can have a try.
okay, she can. Oh, there you go. It's a ring of luck.
Ring of luck.
That is what my father told me when he gave it to me. He died. I did not feel comfortable putting it on.
It's a very curious ring, this is.
Really?
How did you say you get it? Your father?
Yeah, he gifted it to me on his deathbed, and he told me it would bring me luck. But I did not feel comfortable putting it on.
Why not? If he gave you luck.
Well, you see, my father and I had a very difficult relationship, and
She put it down.
and quite frankly, I was not so happy with using some things that he gifted me to better myself. I like to make my own way, you know?
Then you don't need the rings at all, then, do you? If you like to make your own way. I mean,
I like to make my own way with doing things. That doesn't mean I don't want to enhance what I do. Luck is a thing that I trust my own.
well, even this ring has an enormous sentimental value to you. I mean, I wouldn't want to take it from you.
Okay. She takes it and puts it back in her coin purse.
So, this ring is 300 gold. Do you have the? Are you willing? Do you have the money?
I have 40 gold. Thoradin, you have...
100.
No, you don't. You have more than that.
Why 300 gold? What makes it worth 300 gold?
She looks at you with disbelief. It's like,
Come on, I'm sure he can work with something here. Work down to a better price.
I'm sorry, but what do you? This is my hard-earned effort. It's hard enough to pay rent in this city. How by charging any less than this it could ruin me. People hardly come down the street as it is. Hardly anyone ever needs a magical trinket these days.
Oh, that is so sad. Oh, okay. No deal. We will give you 250 gold, and the rest we will pay off with advertising.
So how long are you advertising for? 50 days?
More than 50 days. We will do you a good deal. We will do it for 100 days. I will wear your ring. I will use it in public and say where I got it from. I will say how good you are, and how friendly you are, and how well priced you are.
So you're going to be in this city for 100 days advertising my merch?
I will be advertising your merch.
In this city?
Well,
For 100 days?
don't you want to get word around? Sticking to a city is such small thinking. You want to expand. You want people coming from all over the world to this place.
Well, I want the city first.
Well, of course. So we will spend the rest of the day doing our advertising. We are actually going to be helping your high priest Argh with something. I will put in a good word for you. And
He's not my high priest. I just work here.
well, I understand, but what I'm saying is he's high priest of the city. I put a good word in for you there. He maybe spreads word. You see how advertising works?
So you're going to spend 100 days in the city advertising.
Okay, I don't think she's getting it. Right. What I'm saying is, I will spend the rest of the day advertising. I will talk to Argh and get you more advertising. And then I will also advertise you to the rest of the world, where they will come from all around to buy your wares.
Starting here for 100 days.
Starting here for a few days. And then the rest will be paid for as I span over all of the Ascendant lands.
So you're going to be here for 100 days.
Jesus, man.
I'm sorry, but you see that only here helps me. People out there don't do bugger all to me. They come. Only wizards shop here. In this city, really. There's not really people come and go, sure, but they don't really shop in magical trinkets. They go get their own things enchanted.
You're telling me that no adventurers come this way?
Not really.
That is such a huge market you are completely not involved with.
Yes, but I need it, please.
Okay. Let's think about this. How about I make sure you get advertising here for 100 days, and I delegate these responsibilities to someone I know will be here for 100 days.
So
You will still get your advertising for 100 days in this city.
okay. Good luck to you then. Come back when you have that.
Okay. Hard bargain. Okay. Fine. I suppose, Thoradin, we must leave.
I mean, feel free to come back if you have the 300 gold or the 250 plus 100 day advertiser that I'm not
Yep.
paying for.
Alrighty, I have a good... we'll be right back. Leave the shop with Thoradin.
Okay.
Just outside the shop. Thoradin, you know your friend. Whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about doing you a favor?
Yeah. I could turn him around to give me a favor.
Okay, well, I don't know, where's the best place to find him right now? We just bring him in, we tell him to say to the woman that we're going to do the advertising, and then we do the deal.
Listen, Turi, I don't like seeing you like this, begging to these shopkeepers.
Look.
If you really want it that much, I'll fork out the 300 gold for you.
You have the 300 gold?
Yeah, I have more than enough of 300 gold.
Excellent, let's go back in.
There's no haggling with this woman.
Okay. He searched his pockets, he has 300 gold. Go ahead, give the lady 300 gold.
Yeah, I don't carry that much on me.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go to the bank.
God, okay.
You stay here with the ring. I'll be back.
And we do that, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. So
See,
with
I
that-
knew if there was just a little bit enough pandering for Turi, Thoradin would eventually give in.
He saw you squirming off. That woman wasn't budging.
So, Thoradin's going to the bank. With that, we'll head to Talari and Krusk, heading to one of the marketplaces and search for healing potions.
Okay.
So, I would probably recommend the larger of the two, just for a better chance. So, you get to the market. There are smorgasbord of things you can get. There's food, there's drink, there's potion vendors, there's ring vendors, there's people selling their wares.
Jewelry ring or like magic rings?
More jewelry than magical.
Okay.
Mainly, in this city, they're generally trying to argue it's a base for magical enchantment.
Right. Okay.
So is anyone selling any kind of like magical like healing potions?
Yep, there are a couple of vendors around with healing potions.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll probably head over to one of them, the closest one.
Go. Was it? Sir, which one was it? Madam, sir.
So, Madam works.
Okay. Madam, I'm interested in purchasing some of your healing potions.
Yes. Which ones would you like? We've got standard potion of healing for 50 gold. We've got a potion of greater healing here for 100 gold. We've got superior healing for 100 gold, for 500 gold. Do you want water breathing? I've got some water breathing here for 100 gold.
Just healing will do. That's all. That's all
Got
I
some
really.
poison.
No.
I've got some poison.
No, it's fine. We don't.
Poison? Is this legal for you to sell?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe.
Hmm.
Who's asking?
I have Krusk, a paladin or two.
No, I don't have any poison.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Somebody could get the wrong idea.
You're a cop, you legally have to tell me if you're a cop.
I will get 2 just standard potions of healing. I think.
Very well. I'll be 100 gold, please.
Right, I'll hand that over.
We'll
And
take-
you have 2 potions of healing.
I will take you a superior healing potion, alchemist.
You have 500 gold.
Oh, sorry, the greater. I meant.
100 gold.
Yeah, I'll hand over 100.
So these take a bonus action to drink, I think, or is it an action to drink?
Doesn't say. Well, my thing doesn't say. It just says when drank. But I suppose you can action.
There's a thing in there. Drinking somewhere. In order. It's either a bonus or an action.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
So-
all. That's all I'm really interested in. After that, where would I go? I'll probably. What? So it. What? So they said the evening, right? And it's still probably
Mhm.
what, early afternoon.
Yep.
I'll probably go get some lunch. I guess go back to our inn and have some lunch.
I'm out of money again, so I'm gonna stop off at the bank and take out 25 gold if I can.
What's the max for that? The gold. I can't remember how much max withdrawal
It's
is.
25 you can withdraw
Yes, 25.
without them having to count.
I'll do that as well then, because that's just going to be useful.
Okay. On your way, you bump into Thoradin also going to the bank. Before that, we have Nadia leave the library. And where does she like to go?
I think that after all the stuff we've been doing, she too needs to go shopping for things like food and a healing potion or 2. Probably wouldn't come amiss.
Mm-hmm.
OC, because I do not know these things. How much healing does a healing potion do?
Potion of healing, just a standard one. You regain 2d4 plus 2 HP
Oh.
Potion of Greater Healing, you gain 4d4 plus 4 HP.
That makes sense. Well, actually, I've still got some rations.
Rations technically don't heal you.
No, but I was going. I
for food
said
wise.
I need food and
Yeah.
also healing,
Okay.
but I've still got some rations, so maybe I don't need food.
They'll also likely provide you some food on the boat.
Yeah. I apologise, Matt, but could you remind me how much the potions were?
So, standard potion of healing is 50 gold. A potion of greater healing is 100 gold. Potion of superior is 500 gold, which is
Which is a potion of
8d4
superior
plus
healing.
8. 8d4 plus 8.
D4 plus.
If you're really rich, you've got the supreme healing, which is 5,000. 10d4 plus 20.
That is
That's like, yeah,
a lot of healing.
that's a lot of healing.
That's pretty much a res for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. How much?
And so that supreme was 5,000 gold.
Yeah, definitely not getting one of them.
Such a ridiculous price. Like when you think like magic items are less than that, some of them.
Yeah,
It's
but
mad.
it's a ridiculous amount of healing.
Yeah.
I would like to purchase at the store a regular healing and a great healing or whatever.
So it's 150 gold. For
Yeah,
a greater and a normal.
I will minus from my gold that amount. If I can get my thing to cooperate. Yes, and make a note. Oh, for heaven's sake.
Where would you be heading afterwards?
I am not sure,
Because
actually.
you do have your the other half of the Sending Stone.
Oh, yes, and she will go and get that sent to your town if she can.
Cool. So
That
4 of you
would-
will all be at the bank around the same time.
Ah.
For funsies.
Very
Mhm.
cunning of you. Hey.
So 4 of you generally all arrive from different directions, but arrive pretty much at the same time
Mhm.
at the bank.
Greetings, compatriots.
What up? Everybody getting money.
Yes, I have exhausted my money pouch yet again.
Doesn't surprise me.
You got anything good for me, Krusk?
I did acquire a rather marvelous healing potion from the local alchemist.
Ooh. Might just check it out.
She also informed me that she does not sell poisons, which is good to know.
That's oddly specific.
Poison would be useful.
Yes, but it's illegal to sell. It was all a misunderstanding. She does not sell them.
Damn.
Yes, I'm sure she was being completely truthful, Krusk.
Yes.
Deary me. Alright. I'm just going to go in the bank and do my thing. There's no point.
Yeah, I'll
I'm not going
get
to
my-
action it out.
Get my gold.
So Talari and Krusk, you get your 25 gold. Thoradin, you go in and you.
Trying
What
to
do you-
think. I'm trying to think how much to get up.
This will
So
take a day.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So
if
to
you want
withdraw
more than
anything,
the 25.
over 25 gold, they, as standard, will need to count out the money from your bank to make sure you actually have the requested amount.
Damn it! I forgot about that. They need a transfer system.
God, tell me about it. It's such a pain. Isn't it?
There is
It's such
there is
pain.
a transfer system.
Oh yeah, the guy did it to me. Do you remember?
Yeah, but could I transfer it to a shopkeeper? Probably not.
Potentially.
Checkbook man. They need checkbooks.
These
Damn,
medieval
I'm
times. You're
like
lucky you
this.
got bank transfers.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I will take out. Well, I'll ask to take out the 310 gold. Gonna have to wait day for that.
Mhm.
I'll take out 25 gold while I'm here.
Could you ask them to, like, if they do transfers to shopkeepers in the city?
You must do, surely, unless you're like a noble and you've got lots of gold lying around.
Okay, I'll ask since I thought about it.
Maybe there's like a
Can
transaction
I-
fee.
Yeah, can I transfer it to a shopkeeper to pay for an item?
Do you know the name of the shopkeeper?
She was a little gnome. She
Little
By the way,
gnome.
she was a
While
hard
Turi's there at the other end, she's just going to be leaning on the desk at some point and just go, "Hey, so what's your name?"
Oh, thank you. I mean, I must have picked up on the shop name. Can you tell me?
The shop name was Manoa's Marvelous Trinkets.
Yeah. So I'll
No,
relay that to him, saying it's the shopkeeper who owns that shop.
You're certain it's the shopkeeper who owns the shop that we're billing this to?
So it's so risky. Guess I lose 300 gold.
You realise
it
you
really
just go back and ask her,
Exactly. You're
right?
in the same
This is
town.
so long. Okay.
It'll take you like 5 minutes to agree to do it via the bank.
Okay, Matt, can I take out the 25 gold?
Yeah.
And can we just skip to where I go ask Turi for the name of the shopkeeper? Inform her that I'm going to transfer the money.
Well, that could be the discussion. I mean, I can't guarantee that's going to be a straightforward yes/no.
Okay.
But certainly.
Okay, well, I'll
so-
head back.
So you head back.
So that's-
Nadia, you still in the bank? Yeah, there's a kind of done their business and starting to leave.
Yeah, if there's someone free, she'll happily do it while they're there. Like, she's not
Yeah.
keeping this secret in any way.
I'm just saying, as in the time of events, you're like you.
Oh, fair enough.
You're talking to them, and you can see that they've kind of just grabbed their money and started to leave.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it
Yes.
is very possible to have items shipped to cities for people, as long as they know who to pick up for.
Yes, she will ask them to send it to Tear Town for Nathaniel to pick up.
Nathaniel who of where?
Clan Stone Snake.
Okay, Nathaniel Clan Stone Stake of.
We don't have a town.
Do you have a region? Just anywhere that is unique to you. Just to further
Wastes,
guarantee.
I guess. Nadia's giving him like a really odd look.
You could say of
It's Orio's Tundra, isn't it?
Yes, you could say Orio's.
Orio's Tundra, I guess.
That'll do. Just so that on the other end, it just guarantees that we're not going to get any mix-ups with another Nathaniel Clan Stone Stake.
Seems unlikely.
For this case, probably, but for other cases, maybe not. So that comes at a cost of 3 gold.
Which will be happily paid.
Cool. So that is done, and you can obviously tell your brother later.
I was about to say, she will probably almost immediately use the current stone, to tell him that when he gets to Tear Town, he needs to go to the bank because she's got a package with a better sending stone in it, and they can have an actual conversation.
It will take, again, till at least the next day.
Yep.
Until arrive.
Well, as far as I'm aware, he's only like on his way back, so it'll probably
Mhm.
take him a day or so to get there.
Yeah, it's about that. That's fair. And where will the 3 of you be going?
So everybody else, Nadia is looking quite happy in the manner of somebody who has like gotten a treat they wanted or something nice they wanted.
I'll yeah, I'll just say to them. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting quite hungry. Anyone up for some lunch?
Yes, we should go eat.
I'll probably rush
Nadia
out.
will nod.
Yeah, Thoradin's already gone.
I probably blanked you guys and rushed
Oh,
out.
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to
I'll-
get
I'll-
sorted.
Mostly addressing Krusk and Nadia. But yeah. So well, might as well go head back to the usual inn and get something to eat before we do what it is we're gonna have to do.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep.
So you'll go to the inn.
Although, Krusk, after we've had lunch, fancy going to the sparring grounds. I need to find out the swing on this thing. I promise not to hit you too hard. I'm just gonna pat the mace.
Gosh, will kind of like flex one arm and say, "Let's do it." Sounds good.
Don't
No
get a
need to pull any
stitch, alright?
punches.
You shouldn't exercise after you've eaten.
I'm truth be told, I'm it's got my blood pumping, thinking of going to this island, taking on this necromancer, arresting him,
Alright.
following the due process.
Okay, Krusk.
It's a very odd thing to get your blood pumping.
He's getting
Krusk.
excited.
Just delivering
Due
justice is always
process of
something.
war.
Delivering justice is always something that excites me.
You need to get your head examined.
You have some very odd likes, Krusk. Maybe we should get you a girlfriend.
I fear she would only detract from the path I must walk.
Oh my god. Spoken like a paladin, I suppose.
Lunch and drinks all cost 2 silver each, by the way.
That's fine.
I'll give her gold and say keep the change.
Oh my god, Krusk.
It's
Bloody
a
hell.
ridiculous amount of money, though.
Oh,
So
god.
I don't want to work out the silver amount. I'll just give her
Just
gold.
8. It's just 8.
No, it's fine. Gus was already given a gold.
God.
I hope the waitress was happy.
Okay.
Triple.
Yeah, like an extra sausage.
Nice. I'll eat it very happily.
Okay, and you go to the two of you head to the sparring ground. Thoradin and Turygurtha. So Thoradin comes back pretty red-faced from running all the way back to.
So you got the money?
Slight hiccup. It's going to take a day to get out that much money. So, I had a master plan idea. Why don't I just transfer it to the shopkeeper? I just need a name. That's
My name.
yes, lovely gnome.
Well, her
Yes.
name is, from me asking earlier.
Her name is. With a slight delay. Bear with.
To the name generator.
Yep. I'm Pharaoh.
Not the name on the shop.
Not the name on the tarot of the Zoot City.
No, I'm from Torn Village.
And do you own this shop?
No, Minoa. Minoa does. She it's her day off today.
So wait, why would we pay you? No, because doesn't
So-
she pay you to be an employee?
No, I make some these items I made.
Oh, it's like a. Oh, I kind of. Okay, that makes sense. Totally get it.
We make the items and we sell them.
Okay. Well, you have a name now. It's good.
So
So-
is that acceptable payment if I transfer you the 310 gold?
Yeah. I'll just need proof that it's going to be done. But yeah.
You will get the written proof from the bank.
Do they do receipts? Do the banks do
Bank
receipts?
statements.
We will ask
Yeah.
the bank
Yes.
to
yes,
give
they
us written confirmation.
yes, they can do that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Thoradin, if you transfer 260 and Turi's gonna put down 40 gold now and be like, what is a deposit payment? He will come with the written confirmation and then I can have the ring.
Okay. Come back with the 260 60 confirmation, and you can have the ring.
Sweet. And he sprints back.
Yeah, so we can speed through that. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting his
I was just gonna
exercise
say.
in for the day.
This dwarf going.
It's good
Got
for
this
him. He
effect.
does not often work on his cardio, you know. I worry about his arteries.
The good thing he doesn't wear a top, because that top would be very sweaty. But
Oh yeah.
Glistening at the moment.
Exactly. Instead,
Very shiny.
he is simply
he,
very
he
sweaty.
looks in better glistening in sweat.
very shiny.
Shame.
And so, yep. So, congratulations, you get the ring.
What's up? As
Uh,
she gives her the ring, I'm just gonna snatch it and get down on one knee and present the ring.
Oh my
I
god.
gave you 300 gold for this ring. Just make sure you know that the future.
You're okay for it,
Take
then.
care of it.
I will take very good. So she's just gonna. I will take very good care of it. And she's gonna put it straight on.
On the
Yeah,
ring
so-
finger or on the other finger?
yeah, which ring are you going to put on?
She'll put it on her middle finger.
Dear.
It's a little bit tight, but it'll fit. The ring requires attunement. 2 charges of the haste spell, so the last duration of the haste spell.
Mhm.
But after it ends, you get a point of exhaustion.
Is that after each charge is used? So,
Mm-hmm.
so I can get 2 levels basically by using it up.
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
So is it
and
for the
you can
duration
only-
of the duration of the spell? Because it's only a minute. The spell. Or is the ring
You-
just different?
You use the haste spell. You get the haste spell for the duration of haste, but after haste ends, you gain a point of exhaustion.
Cool.
But be warned, you can only gain 1 point of exhaustion back per long rest, I believe.
Yeah.
So it comes with risks.
Use it
So,
wisely.
Yep.
Luckily, I can trance in 4 hours.
But you can only long rest once a day.
Yep. Once
Yeah.
every 24. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a bat to my plan.
and you have to have eaten and drunk
Yes.
in order to restore a level of exhaustion.
Speaking
I know
of,
this because I went and looked it all up because Nadia's got a thing that makes.
speaking of that eating, Thoradin, let's go get lunch.
You're gonna make
Wait.
him pay for that as well.
Oh, it's okay. I'll pay for lunch as long as it's
With
silver.
what?
I have silver and
Nice.
coppers left.
Do you?
I do.
Krusk gave me a little hint about someone in the market selling health potions. I think it'd be worthwhile getting someone away.
Okay.
Okay.
I will allow you to lead this time. And
Yes.
I always pictured Thoradin as having quite long hair, so she's
Oh,
just
yeah.
going to hold onto the back of it, kind of.
That's so
It's
weird.
it's a bit, you know, sweaty.
That's fine. She doesn't care.
So weird.
You know, I mean, if you want, you can just hold my hand. You don't have to hold my hair.
Well, I feel like we've got the little thing going. I either drag you somewhere, you drag me somewhere. It's great.
With that, we'll head to Nadia and Krusk in the training ground. So you guys are practice sparring with your actual weapons.
Do some damage.
Well,
Don't wanna
Nadia
get injured
Nadia
before then.
has a brand new weapon that she hasn't ever used before,
Mhm.
and therefore wants to know how to use it. She's probably not going to actually use it on the Krusk
There are
because
dummies that you
also
can
a
use.
powerful magical item, and she doesn't want to hurt him.
Yep, there are dummies that you can certainly use.
Yeah,
lieu of
that's
that.
probably more likely.
Yeah, I'll pick up a dummy.
I think
So-
Talari would have probably gone with them as well. She's not going to stay in the inn by herself because that'd be weird. She'll go over there. She's not going to be doing any sparring. She'll just sit on the side and watch.
That's fair. So The dummies are thoroughly battered and beaten after your hacking and bludgeoning away at them.
Yeah.
You are the weapons and the mace itself is very well balanced and it gives a really good heft to your swing, more so than what you would probably had before.
Yeah. The dam is probably going to end up with a few dents in it.
Yeah, and you notice the glow that it gives off.
Oh, yeah, it glows. I'd forgotten that. Probably completely unnoticeable in the strong daylight.
Probably enough to know that it's doing it, I suppose.
I would not be using
In the
the
shadow
magic
of the
sword,
wall.
by the way. I'd be using the silver one. In case anyone was watching.
Do you mean steel?
I've got here written silver horned crossguard longsword. You know the one I bought
the
off
one from a
Vesuvia?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not a silvered sword though.
Oh yeah, I just like calling it. I imagine it like silvery, even though I know it's
Yeah,
not silvery.
okay.
But yeah, I use that one.
Important distinction.
Yeah. What I'm actually going to do is pull up, while I'm sort of sitting there, I'm going to pull up the Book of Holg
Mm-hmm.
and see if if Holg ever fought a necromancer.
One thing that you will notice is that it doesn't have any human NPC stuff in the book.
Okay.
Is there anyone else at the training grounds, like training at the moment?
There's like a guy wandering around.
Just like a keeper type guy, not like a.
Yeah, like a quartermaster type
Okay.
thing. It's mainly during the day. You've already guessed that this training ground doesn't get much use.
Okay.
Is there anything else you guys want to do before?
Nah.
We didn't say where we're meeting Argh, did we?
No, he said he was going to send someone to fetch us.
Oh, is
Said,
that
Aha
Aha
would
fellow?
go fetch you.
Yeah.
Going to send the Elizabeth. Yeah, Nadia will offer to have like a sparring match with Krusk if they've got like blunted weapons or similar, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll use my new shield. Yeah, Krusk will say, I warn you, I can't hold back even for a friendly bout.
if you damage me before we go to do something important, I will not be impressed.
I would hurt you, but as I said, my blood is singing at the moment at the thought of
For justice, yes, I know.
Yeah.
So
She says to him, "My brother would probably think you're cute."
Cute. Krusk will kind of scratch one of his tusks, thinking about it, like,
His tusks.
Yeah, didn't you guys know?
Wow.
He's like these big, like, teeth things that come out.
Yeah, as a half-orc, I just love the fact that he's scratching them. It's like scratching a tooth.
He's got to look spick and span.
Gotta clean off that.
my pearly whites.
Okay, so I'll get like a blunted sword and kind of like, like rattle it against the shield and say, do your best, Nadia.
Massive eye roll. Should we roll?
So you roll your 3 d20s.
Roll on d20s. Oh, that's not very good.
You don't know anything.
Oh, we
You
don't.
don't know anything to.
No, it's just a straight roll.
Yeah. So
Okay.
first round we got
12.
6.
Ah,
round
you
2.
get smacked.
I rely on my bonus.
You get smacked. Oh,
Round 2.
17.
9. I get smacked.
Yep. It's fairly even so far. Comes right down to the wire, and you're about to round 3.
Give me that good stuff. Come on.
What did you get?
Best of 5.
17. Ha!
Again.
Oh, man.
So even with your new confidence, Krusk, you seem that it almost seems overconfidence in Nadia's determination to take you on after your words. She thoroughly batters you some.
You are a worthy opponent, Nadia. I knew the gods would chose wisely when they picked us.
What's all that about not holding back?
I fear a part of me would always hold back against an ally.
You get a massive eye roll. You bullshit worse than Thoradin does. At least he admits when someone gets beaten fairly.
Well, let's hope we never meet on a true battlefield.
Wow.
Damn.
Whoa!
You better had, apparently.
Oh wow.
So, eventually, Aha will actually find you. First spotting Talari. Aha! Talari! How goes it?
Yeah, it's just fine. It's fine. Just watching these two batter each other.
Ah, what a spectacle!
Oh.
Not this ground does not get much fighting these days. Considering us wizards are not of the hand-to-hand sorts.
Don't you come down here and practice flying fireballs at things?
Ah, it's all in the head. You don't need to practice what you've perfected up in the mind.
He gets given a very doubtful look by Nadia.
I suppose he's an enchanter, isn't he? What's he going to do? Enchant a test dummy?
He's an evoker.
Oh, is he invoker? Okay, never mind.
He's
never
got
mind.
gold. He's got gold robes.
I forgot. I thought he was green for something. Well, never mind.
Where are your companions? Where Argh is, he has the ship ready for you.
We must disembark at once. We will. I don't know where our companions are.
Last I saw Thoradin, he was running out of the bank.
Yeah, they were being over enthusiastic with their shopping.
We'll need to scour the city for them, or perhaps we could just shout really loudly.
I mean, it would probably make sense to go to the centre of town, just because you know.
Perhaps we could shout.
That's a great image, Krusk walking around.
That's pretty much what my plan was. Like as we walk to the centre, can Krusk just like roar like as loud as he can, like Martin!
Out of interest, does for message, do I have to see the person?
No.
Is it like a pulse I can send out?
That's literally had me. Oh my god.
So, for message, you have to point to the creature.
So I do have to know where they are. Okay, that's
So, but you can kind of like
Shoot.
try. That's what Aha's going to basically do as well.
oh, okay.
Broadcast,
I was basically
broadcast.
just going to keep trying to send a message to, I guess, Turi.
He's going to try Thoradin. Thoradin, eventually, you guys. Where are you guys? You're at an inn. I assume the closest inn.
Ooh, well, we're going to the alchemist shop first,
Yeah, I
aren't
was
we?
just gonna
Well,
buy a
yes,
potion, yeah.
you've bought just a normal,
I was gonna buy greater, which is 100, right?
just the one greater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
went-
that's bought.
And that's
That's fine.
2d4 plus.
It's 4d4 plus 4
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
for greater healing. So where would you be afterwards? An inn.
I was going to pay for lunch, and I think that's 2 silver a person, right? Or I was going to pay for food, essentially.
Depending on where you go.
Salty.
Salty, whatever.
Yeah, the salty tiger. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's 2 person. So eventually,
I have 3
Thoradin-
silver left.
Thoradin gets a aha! Found you. Thoradin.
Ah!
Oh, great, it's this guy again.
Well,
yeah,
you
we
don't-
should
you-
probably.
Turygurtha doesn't hear this.
No.
Meet us at the central square. We have a ship for you.
Turi, I hope you're ready to kick some ass. We got a
I
ship waiting
was
for us.
born ready. I am so ready. I am seriously needing to kill something.
I feel the same way. I'm getting a twitch. Let's go.
Oh, God.
They're at the center of town with Aha.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Is Elias still there, by the way? I just noticed he's on the map.
We haven't been into the thing. Check on him up here. So.
Oh?
So you don't know what he is.
I won't go in. I'm just keen to get to the boat.
So you all get to Central Square. We'll say, let's go to the docks if you have everything you need. Argh is on I believe Argh is on the ship with a map for you to see.
Excellent. Let's make all haste.
Let's go. I have never been on a ship before. How's it's like riding a horse, right?
I wouldn't know either.
I too have not been on a ship.
No, don't worry, it'll be fine.
I'm
Just
sure,
drink- Drinking off ale, yeah, the journey will go quick.
Okay.
So it takes you to the dock area. Excuse the scale. So if you go to the right.
Ooh, little piece
ooh.
of map. I like it.
Yeah. Had this prepared for a while. So as you go in,
Very
the smell of salt and stuff, as you can imagine, a normal port would be. And you see Argh with a ship on tied up to the middle of the piers. He says, I see. Are you all prepared? The ship will on board. The captain has a map of the island and an approximate of the city layout as well for you guys to see. I am amassing some of my fellow students, and so I've spoken to some volunteers from Torn Village as well, and we're going to assault the main island from the broken bridge, which I'll move you all to the area.
Woo!
Ooh, all sorts of stuff.
So the far left
Ah,
is the main map of Kellenbor's Island.
that's the old town.
So as you can see, the red X is where they will be dropping you off, and then you take
Is this
the
the road?
rough dotted line up to the main city.
Is that because there's a road, or is there anything to prevent us from going cross country?
It's slightly hilly, and that's probably the most trodden path taken,
Right, fair enough.
from what they can ascertain at least anyway. From
Yeah.
their familiars and such. Inside the city, it should be fairly easy for you to get into the fairly short walls and through. They believe he's held in the main chapel of Kellenborg, which is what the second one is. As you can see, the Kellenborg symbol on the chapel. And then lastly, that's what they expect the layout of the chapel to be.
Have they actually given us a map with dead bodies drawn on it?
Ignore the dead bodies.
I
That's
didn't
just
think
the
they
map
had,
I found.
but still.
That's just the map I found.
Yeah,
It
I
served the
figured,
purpose
but
well.
still.
And on
it's
dead
the-
bodies, they're dead flies. They just got squashed in the rolling of the map. That's all. Flick them off.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Argh and his people will be coming from this end, from the left, and generally try and distract as much as possible for the rest of you guys.
Sounds good.
Cool. Krusk will say before we get off the boat.
Two barbarians and a paladin is going sneaking in. This is not going to end well.
We've got this.
Yeah, I'm
No.
a dwarf. I'm
No.
sure.
Are we about to disembark off the boat?
Yes, they are.
Okay, so I'll turn to everyone and say, be brave, friends, for today we go to battle, and kind of draw his sword and hold it up.
Nadia was giving him a funny look.
That's great. Does anybody want me to scout ahead and
Just to,
report back?
to avoid the risk of you getting into trouble without us all around, it's probably best not to split up.
It is best to stay together.
Okay.
Well, nobody said she had to go far.
True.
As long as we can still see you, I don't see
Guys,
them.
have you never watched a horror movie? This is how they all die.
Yeah.
What is a horror movie?
Oh, it's just I don't know. I just phased out from it.
Okay, well, I have the best vision at night. I suggest I take the forefront.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll stay in the middle, so I can heal you all if necessary.
Oh, when you say middle, do you mean like
Well, there's
behind?
5 of us, so I'll be the one in the middle. If
Okay,
we're
I'll
going
be,
in like, say we're going in a straight line.
yeah, I'll be one in front of Talari, I guess. So I'll be behind like Turi.
Guess Thoradin and Nadia are bringing
We'll
out
be
the
the
rear.
rear,
then.
yeah.
Should we like organise ourselves in like the line? So hang
Yeah,
on.
feel free to.
So I'll
Character
be
fall
here.
backwards.
Matt, how long does it take to attune to my Storm Warhammer?
An hour.
Can I do that on the bow?
I was gonna say, for
Yeah,
brevity,
Yeah, I guess we've done
attunement
that.
on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I would assume the rest of you guys would have done it over your lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah, on the ship.
How dark is it, Matt, at this point? Because you said we were going at night.
So,
Is it like the
luckily,
evening?
most of the day has been pretty clear, and so has this evening. So, as you go through the traveling, the moon in the night sky fairly well illuminates the island as you go past it, and you get to see.
Oh my fuck!
Oh
God.
my
Wow.
Oh,
Well, that is a
Oh,
lot
shit.
of fucking undead.
Holy
that
shit.
just got worse.
So, you see.
I told you guys this was gonna suck.
You see a fuck ton, a metric fuck ton of undead on the island as you go past.
Guys, busy. I'm quite impressed actually.
When Doris sees this, she's just gonna turn around to everyone and just be like, I just need all of you to just stay very calm, be
You're-
very quiet, and follow
As
my
you,
exact lead.
As you pull up to your like spot, you see huge motes of meteor-esque fire blast, bam, straight into the side where the far end of the island over here. Roughly, from what you can imagine, is the assault that Argh had promised him do. So you see like huge, like balls of
Fire!
you see huge. You eventually see like huge motes of fire and flame.
Oh, you can't say Argh isn't a man of his word.
coming out at everyone around there.
Hey, Talari, can you do that?
Not quite. No.
And for the most part, the undead are very much focused in that area, leaving these 4 fairly large groups of undead before you. So for the purpose of this, I'll be treating them as those 4 groups. They're effectively swarms for all of you. And I think that'll be a good place to end it tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
get on it.
That's fair. Just want to say, I would like stealth if we can try. I understand this is probably going to fail miserably.
You got group
I'd
stealth,
like to
haven't you?
try.
So,
Right.
you know, it's group stealth. So we've got as long
We'll
as
go for
3
it.
of us pass, then we're all right.
I mean, only one of us is wearing heavy armor.
True, and also like,
Is that me?
undead,
Yeah, I'm
undead,
good.
aren't, undead aren't perceptive, very, you know. So anyway, right, I'll end it there then. 3, 2, 1.